Hey, thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. It is April Fool's Day, and I swear to God, this is the third time I have tried to make this video. Maybe it's an April Fool's joke, but whatever. I hope you guys had a good day. So I am going to try to go over a few things with you regarding CNN and the interviews, mostly what went on tonight. First of all, I just want to mention when someone interviews you, they can be asking a ton of questions. But the bottom line is how it goes through the editor. The editor is the one who cuts things out and pops it up there. And sometimes it's amazing because a lot of stuff gets cut out. So I don't know how much the guys actually went through with Anderson or not, but I'm going to go over it with you guys just so you get the full picture. First of all, this is from a reference, L. Ron Hubbard, Introduction to Scientology Ethics. Now, Mr. Tommy Davis tonight said, no, we don't have disconnection, not at all, right? Didn't he say that? There's no disconnection, no. I love it, Tommy. That's just amazing. I mean, that's like saying birds don't fly. You don't have disconnection? Are you serious? I just was like, no, these guys are really off the deep end. Okay, so let me show you the reference. It's on page 206. Okay, here you go. There's, first of all, we see the word disconnection, which they said there's no disconnection, right? The term disconnection is defined as, and I'm going to read it to you, it's defined as a self-determined decision made by an individual that he is not going to be connected to another. It is a severing of a communication line. Now, as Tommy tried to make it sound, oh, that's their decision. They always do that. You know, it's like, no, it isn't your decision. When you're in the Church of Scientology, you are under their reign, okay? And they can say whatever they want to say. Oh, yeah, here's the other thing. They don't have any disconnection. Okay, hang on. When disconnection is used, and they even have in this book, How to Disconnect. See it? Wait, I'm trying to tilt it right there. How to disconnect. And they've got a whole big thing on how to disconnect from somebody, right? So Tommy, stop lying. All right? Now, when someone is ill, which I have epilepsy. I don't consider myself ill, but they did. And thus they labeled me, here it is right here, outline of full PTS handling. PTS stands for Potential Trouble Source, which I was. And am in there. Well, now I'm a suppressive, but originally I was a PTS person. And they sit down with you and say, okay, you have this illness, so you must be connected to a suppressive person, because that's the policy. And you have to remember all these things. Anderson keeps saying, are they telling the truth, or is this guy telling the truth? Let's look at the references and what they say, right? Because they're in the policies. All right? They are. You just saw what it said, how to disconnect. Does that mean there's no disconnection in the Church of Scientology? No. There's absolutely disconnection. All right? So let's bring it down to a personal level. I have epilepsy. They say I can handle or disconnect, right? And I'm not going to disconnect. I decide, okay, it must be my mother, right? And here's their thing on policies on physical healing, insanity, and sources of trouble. So I was always considered a source of trouble because I have epilepsy. I mean, I know it's really amazing, but it's true. It was amazing to me too, but it was really a nightmare for 30 years. Okay, so I decided to do fair game with my mom, which is a thing where you're just always talking about the weather, the movies, but nothing about Scientology, because you don't want her to get her antagonistic stuff about Scientology to you. Now, Scientologists, Hubbard was always talking about having confront, being strong, being courageous, taking responsibility. But all those things fall to pieces when it comes to stuff like this. They are not allowed to talk to a suppressive person. That's by the Church of Scientology. Let's look at the SP Declare. Who issued it? The Church of Scientology Flag Service Organization. Who's it to? Tori Bazazian. That was my married name. To Harold Bazazian. Suppressive Declare. Now, per their policies, which everything done in Scientology is by the book, okay? It's not just some guy's fly-by-night thing, except for, I think, David Miscavige beating people up. But even that, he's probably, in his mind, basing it on some policies. But this is a little thing keeping Scientology working, and you see it with every single level that you do. And you've got having the correct technology, knowing the correct technology, knowing it's correct, teaching correctly the correct technology. It's a high crime, Anderson, to call the police. You can't just call the police. You cannot. You don't have that availability. You have to go to ethics, and this is one thing that's quite shocking to even people in, because I didn't realize how bad it was until we had a thing where a guy owed my husband and his partner $150,000, and we did an arbitration. An attorney that was a Scientology attorney decided, yes, we won. Bill Bowen lost. Bill Bowen was at the Flag land base at the time. Bill Bowen was one of their second biggest donators. And overnight, they said, we've canceled that policy letter, which they never do, because you can never change the policies per policy, right? But they'd canceled it, and they tried to twist it around to a personal thing, which it wasn't. It was a business thing. So it's very, very tricky how they run things. And I hope you keep delving into this farther and farther and farther, because Tommy Davis is lying through his teeth. And the lady tonight who said, oh, it's just your own decision. Here, let's look at if it was my own decision. What does the Church of Scientology say? Who can talk to me? Her only terminal's a person, is the International Justice Chief via the Continental Justice Chief. And that is by the Church of Scientology flag organization. Okay? Period. And Mr. IJC, International Justice Chief, would never answer a call, never answer a letter to me, nothing. The only time I got through to that man when I wanted some money back that they had on account was when I got an attorney to write him a letter. I joined Prepaid Legal, they sent him a letter, and they called me overnight because I said, I'm going to start charging interest for all the money that is tagged onto this $5,000 if you don't get it to me this week. 24 hours later, I had my money. But anyway, those are the policies out of this book that all this is based on. Okay, so no. Yes, they do disconnection, as I just showed you. Yes, once you are declared suppressive, which they're supposed to do all these different levels before you're declared suppressive, a fitness board, a committee of evidence, all these ethics handlings. They did nothing with me. I did the Magoo dancing in Boston. Bunker put it up on the internet, and soon after that, unbeknownst to me, they didn't even tell me, I was declared suppressive. Okay? And my only terminal was the IJC. That's it. So you don't do disconnection? Stop lying, Tommy Davis. Stop it. Why didn't they call the police? Because it's a high crime if you call the police. It's all in the policies. So Anderson, I hope you get with some people that know all these policies. You probably are with them, and I hope you look through all the different tapings and things of what people have said and do a second set of interviews on this, because there is some heavy-duty stuff on this. This is like tiny, tiny, tiny. You're just barely getting to it, all right? But thank you to everybody. Thank you to CNN. Thank you to the people that have spoken out. And definitely thank you to all of you that are out there that are helping expose this insidious organization. Things are hopping and popping. Make sure to go to zenutv.com and watch the German interviews. Those are fantastic. Australia's got some stuff popping. Germany's got a new film that just came out. Davey boy, I've told you this for years. You can run, but you cannot hide. Tick-tock, time is on our side. All right, so peace out to you guys. I hope you're going to have a fantastic Passover, Easter weekend. I am. And I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.